the scum. Robbie and Ida, Richard and Judy on acid apparently. Lover fed his sensational claim. George, it was suicide. 5th attempt to end his life. Star died on Mum's birthday. I don't believe it was. If you look into what he was talking about, he was talking about Palestine and Israel's war crimes against the Palestinians. So, of course, the Zionists run and controlled media and music industry couldn't have him saying things like that, could they? But you make your own mind up. Anything but independent. The dark arts of Parliament's whips. Why we need tit-for-tat childminding. Whatever happened to transparency? The government covered it up. Cricket's new circus freak of a format. The girl hoping to be Gaza's first Olympic swimmer. EU rips up Chequers plan. Barnier savages May's Brexit proposal. Hours after Prime Minister vows not to compromise any further with Brussels. Okay, so it's over then. We simply repeal the 72 Act. We're out, and they can go and do one. The Guardian. Schools need less stress and more cash, Minister. Dealing with kids and parents with high expectations, the pressure can be great. Trump secretly taped discussing payment to Playboy model. See, the more they go after Trump, the more it makes you think maybe he is on our side. But on the flip side of that, they could be doing that to make you think he's on our side. All you need to know about the midlife crisis. Telegraph. Cabinet at war over free movement. Oh, well, but they'll be happy at that then, because they're always happy when they've caused wars. Showdown between Javid and Hammond over EU workers revealed in Chequers minutes. Heat wave. We are only warming up. So because we haven't had any decent sun for years now, because they've been chemtrailing it out, maybe this summer they're going to let it beam down on us and, you know, fry most of us, you know, sunburn, sunstroke us all, because it's another way of hurting us, which is all they plan to do ever. The Zionist scumbags. Williamson. May should cut taxes to raise revenue like Lawson. Was it Lawson that raised the interest rates from like 5% to like 15% and then had to backtrack because it would have put everybody on the streets? It was one of the chancellors. Is Elizabeth Archer finally going to get her man? I've got a better question. Who's Elizabeth Archer? Mirror. Roxanne, I thought I was going to die in a horror crash. Why is she semi-naked? I guess that's how she chose to be seen. Johnson Mansion scandal. Boris won't budge. Anger grows as number 10 admits Tory is set to stay in rent-free luxury home for weeks. And yet, when you've paid your mortgage for 25 years and the corrupt, criminal, Zionist-controlled banks say, oh no, you still owe us some money, they'll just come and chuck you out straight away. But this overpaid dickhead, well, there's nothing we can do. Oh, you know, when he's not in, how about going in and changing the locks? Is that too much for you? You can't figure that out? I know, because it's not a normal man or woman from the UK that hasn't paid for something or other. So no, you're not going to do that to him, are you? Because he's one of you. A traitor to humanity. Star. Lawless Britain. Keith Lemon fights off moped muggers. I can't understand why more aren't. Express. 15-year-old boys who plotted UK school massacre. Brexit plan savaged by EU mafia. Rees-Mogg, Brussels aggression proves why we are right to leave. Brexiteers yesterday branded the EU a mafia-like organisation after its chief negotiator rubbished Theresa May's Chequers plan for a future relationship with the bloc. It is a dictatorship. You know it, I know it. It's a miracle. Cancer hit nurse in remission thanks to drugs paid for by you. Now I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt here, because it's either that or she's a Satanist. Because this is Mano Canuto, the devil's horns. So you're basically saying yes Lucifer when you do that sort of shit. And of course you'll notice that Eminem concerts and things like that, he's doing that crap all the time because he has sold his soul to a demon and he wishes he hadn't now. Did it for fame and fortune. It turns out fame and fortune for one lifetime ain't that good a deal when you live forever. The Times. The two apparently 50-year-olds that plotted a massacre. Look older than 15 to be fair. Over 70,000 children put on pills for depression. Prescriptions given to 7 million people last year. This is this is a crime against humanity. Children shouldn't be on this shit, and the parents letting them be put on it. Disgraceful. Daily fail. In the most predictable response of the year, EU's top negotiator scorns Mrs May's Chequers Brexit blueprint. Now there's a surprise. Parasite alert. George at 5, a very intimate portrait. Aye. Murdoch wins again. He's a traitor to humanity as well. The church's cash crisis. Yeah, the richest corporation on the planet has got a cash crisis. It's got all this money and doesn't know what to do with it. Oh, well, how about end poverty? Oh no, because you're a satanic group, aren't you? I forgot about that. At last, a fun Doctor Who. The eternal joy of being a pessimist. Devil Wears Prada sequel. Another cover-up by MPs. Well, there's a shock. There's a real shock. MPs covering up things up like, you know, child abuse, and they're all paedophiles. You just never expected that, would you? A history lesson for Boris. EU tears up Britain's Brexit plan. Brussels chief negotiator rejects key parts of Chequers deal and says trade offer not workable. Tory Brexiteers threaten Prime Minister with new wave of resignations if she makes further concessions to Europe. Prospect of UK leaving with no deal grows. Barnier hints at climb down on Irish border. We all know what to do. Repeal the 72 Act and just say, see ya, so long you bunch of corrupt criminals. And of course our corrupt criminals are just as corrupt as their corrupt criminals. Financial Times. Another traitor to humanity. Henry Kissinger has lunch with the FT. And you're bragging about it. You should be ashamed of yourselves. GSK board weighs spin-off options. Chairman talks to shareholders. Investors pressing for split. Novartis deal paves way. Art of the Con. Stolen works found in Italy. Barnier adopts conciliatory tone over Ireland to keep Brexit talks moving. Aston Villa investment, blah, blah, blah. Hardly anything in the rags today, apart from the fact you'll know there is no Brexit. Never was planned to be.